hello to my brothers and sisters. So today I have came up with a lesson today. I have a couple steps in how to manage your anger. Because as a Christian, it's not easier, you guys. We get tested. We get tested with our anger. We get tested with temptation. And for me, I have learned how to manage anger. And I have 3 simple steps, really quick and easy. So let me just jump right into it. So the first step in how to manage your anger is turn the other cheek. In Matthew 5:39, it says, "But I say to you, do not resist an evil person who insults you or violates your right. But whoever slaps you on the right cheek, turn the other towards him also. Simply ignore his insignificant insults or trivial losses and do not bother to retaliate. Maintain your dignity, your self-respect, your poise." So, as Christians, we are maintaining our dignity, our worthiness, how we are representing ourselves, right? And we're also maintaining, like it says, self-respect. And when you're giving yourself respect, you're giving yourself love. And for those who did not know, health issues can occur when you don't give yourself respect. So, for example, headaches, anxiety, hypertension, high blood pressure, it can even get to the point of having a stroke. We do not want to set ourselves to these angers. Lastly, we're giving ourselves poise. So when you're giving yourself poise, you're giving yourself that grace, the ability to stand firm when something is trying to shake you away from your movement as a Christian, away from your lifestyle as a Christian. You are able to stand firm and maintain your poise. So that is the first step. Turn the other cheek. Second step is just don't sin, right? Just don't sin. Once you drop a bad seed, you are continuously going to go into this cycle. I have learned with myself because recently I have acted out of anger. You know what? It happens sometimes. And, I prayed to God and I'm just like, God, what is going on? God showed me, Stephanie, you were in this situation before. You dropped that bad seed once before last year, and look, you're in the same situation. And I am going to teach you that you can overcome this. God will never give you too much to handle. And that's what I love about God. He will never give you too much to handle. So Pastor Jedediah Thurner, he preached at my church, and it was such a great message. He said something that got me, and I quote him. He said, "Don't be angry at what a sinner does, because that is what a sinner is doing. What they do, they sin." And in my mind, I was like, okay. So since sinners don't realize the other path because they're blinded, we have to do better as Christians. In Romans 8:5-6, it says, "For those who are living according to the flesh set their minds on the things of the flesh." So, in other words, those who are sin, they set their minds to sin. Moving on. But those who are living according to the Spirit set their minds on the things of the Spirit, His will and purpose. Now the mind of the flesh is death, both now and forever, because it pursues sin. But the mind of the Spirit is life and peace, the spiritual well-being that comes from walking with God. So we know better. We know that when we walk with the Spirit, we are giving peace already, right? So why are we not being those Christians and setting forth love before we set forth anger? We have to help those who cannot see, like Jesus did, wipe the mud off of their eyes so they can see. So that was the second step. Don't sin. First step is what? Turn the other cheek. Second step? Don't sin. Lastly, the third step is follow the commandments. Christians, I'm just going to let you know the word is Jesus. Jesus died for our sins and the word was with God. So we have to follow the commandment. And we know as a Christian that in Matthew 22:36-40, I'm going to tell you this story. Most of you guys know this story because Jesus was tested by a lawyer. He asked, as I'm going to read in Matthew 22, 36 through 40, the lawyer asked, "Teacher, which is the greatest commandment in the law?" And Jesus replied to him, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. The second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. That is, unselfishly seek the best or higher good for others." So, this commandment is saying you shall love your neighbor as yourself. Follow the commandment, you guys. When you shall love your neighbors as yourself, in the first step, what did I say? I said that it will give you maintain your dignity. You need to maintain your self-respect and your poise, your self-respect. When you give yourself self-respect, you're giving yourself love. So when you have to give yourself respect, you're giving yourself love. What do you have to do to others? You have to give others love too, because you shall love your neighbors as yourself. And what are you going to do? You're going to love yourself. So you have to love your neighbors. So we know as Christians that we have to do better. We know that that others cannot see when they live of this world. So we have to follow this step to manage our anger. First, turn the other cheek. Second, don't sin. Third, follow the commandment. And following the commandment, those two important ones, love the Lord with all your God, with all your heart, and with all your soul, and you shall love your neighbors as yourself. I am praying that this message have gotten to all of you. We are going to be better Christians. We're going to walk by faith. I love you guys. I hope you have a great day.